White flag raised, off and racing. So this is the fourth race of the day. The Springmount Stud and AIB Bank 6 and upwards Geldings Maiden. 5 runners leave the starting area. 5 to 4 favourite of the off is Love the West. And Love the West is one of those who is sharing the early lead with Gammon Do. They head on the way now to the first of the 14 fences. Sitting back in third position, a couple of lengths behind the 2 leaders, is Too Hot to Handle, and then in fourth and fifth place as they come to the first fence we've got General Rhine, and then Whiskey for Jack takes it last of the 5. We've lost one there. Out at number 1 was Too Hot to Handle. He found that fence too hot to handle, unfortunately, and we're down to the 4. So Gammon Do is on the outside of Love the West as they take the next one. 3 lengths back to in third place, that's General Rhine, and finally Whiskey for Jack. Continuing to motor up the hill now to the third fence over this one, and very, very little to choose between Love the West, who's on the near side of Gammon Do. 2.5 lengths behind him in third place is General Rhine, and then 5 lengths back to the tail ender, last of the 4 remaining runners, which is Whiskey for Jack and Michael O'Sullivan. Just looking to see that Mikey Tobin has got away quickly up on his feet after the early departure there of Too Hot to Handle, so no harm done. They live to fight another day, but we've got a quartet who will fight out for the gold medal in this contest, and this group of 4 runners come round the bend and now through the gapway in a few moments they'll be heading with Gammon Do and Love the West up there making the running. Love the West ridden here by Chris O'Donovan, who's looking behind to see how far back the others are. Gammon Do and Love the West are 1 and 2. There's a 5-length break then to the next pair as they race 2 by 2, and the next pair at the back door are General Rhine and Whiskey for Jack. Coming up on the approach now to fence number 4. Gammon Do in the purple silks, the red and white Diablo on the inside of Love the West. So Love the West and Gammon Do, 3 or 4 ahead from in the black and amber then in the third spot. That's General Rhine, and back marker alongside the loose horse is Whiskey for Jack. To number 5, this fence which they jumped twice. Again, all over it safely. Gammon Do, racing for the James and Mary Doyle team from Wexford. Baltimore Stables is leading along here on its 6th career outing. Just in front from Love the West on his 5th run, the son of Westerner. And then 2 or 3 lengths then to General Rhine, having its 11th race today, and the back marker is Whiskey for Jack, who also is on race number 11. So the 4 runners left in the contest head to the midpoint now in the back straight on circuit 2, and Gammon Do, Brian Dunleavy, looking for winner number 2 today. He's going on now by a length from Love the West and Chris O'Donovan. And then C. O'Shea aboard General Rhine is in third, back marker of the 4, Michael O'Sullivan and Whiskey for Jack. Happy to wait his turn out the rear as they head now to the end of the first half of this contest. So about a mile and a half to cover now, and we'll have 6 more fences to jump when they come down the hill. And Gammon Do bowls along in front by a couple of lengths from Love the West, and then a few lengths in turn to the last pair, General Rhine and Whiskey for Jack. They've entered the home straight once again, and Gammon Do from Love the West, who is closed right back up along the inside, and if anything, Love the West might have poked his head in front on the level there. So Gammon Do and Love the West about 4 or 5 lengths clear. Whiskey for Jack has picked up a position because he's gone into third, and consequently relegates General Rhine to be last of the 4 runners. Here they come now down to 6 from the finish in this Springmount Stud and AIB sponsored 6 and upwards Geldings Maiden. And precious little as they pass the winning post this time to choose between the 5-4 favourite Love the West and Gammon Dew. There is 4 lengths to the improving Whiskey for Jack, and then the back marker as they head towards this next fence is now General Ryan. All 4 over the next one safely, with the loose horse following him up the hill. And the order as they turn to face these 3 fences, with the 4th last coming up next, is that Love the West is now going on by just over a length from Gammon Dew. Whiskey for Jack is 3 lengths down or so in 3rd, and a further length then to General Ryan. Over 4 out, and all over it safely. Love the West travelling nicely in front from Gammon Dew. Whiskey for Jack, yet to be asked any questions, is in 3rd, and then General Ryan. Over 3 out. Whiskey for Jack, Gammon Dew. I should say Love the West in front from Gammon Dew and Whiskey for Jack. So going now to the second last fence, the loose horse just running across Love the West. Chris O'Donovan had to take evasive action there, but he's still bowling along in front, and over the second last, that's Love the West in front. Whiskey for Jack has come right up now alongside to challenge, and these 2 going on from Gammon Dew and General Ryan. That loose horse is not helping. He's weaving in and out between these 3 or 4 runners, so hopefully he'll do no damage on this home bend, but nothing to choose as they left the back straight between Whiskey for Jack, who has moved right up with Love the West. Gammon Dew's back to 3rd, and as they come down the hill, it is Whiskey for Jack going on now from Love the West. General Ryan is staying on in 3rd. All of a sudden, Gammon Dew's run out of juice and has dropped completely away, tailed off. But now as they come through the gapway, and Michael O'Sullivan has set Whiskey for Jack alight, and he has gone on by 3 or 4 lengths. Love the West is under pressure in 2nd, and there was 15 lengths then back to the one in 3rd, that's General Ryan. But as they head on the approach to the final fence in this 6 and upwards maiden, and that's Whiskey for Jack for the Maloney's, out in front by 3 or 4 or 5 lengths. He's increasing his advantage all the while from Love the West, who's in 2nd. In the red jacket, Whiskey for Jack is going to make it 11th time lucky as he races up to the finish. Whiskey for Jack gets off the mark, a popular local winner for the Maloney's. That's Whiskey for Jack defeating Love the West, and after a blunder at the last, General Ryan is going to trot across the line. Last of 3 pulled up before the final fence was Gammon Dew.
The result of the 4th race: first number 12, second number 9, number 7 was 3rd. Distances were 5 lengths and 30 lengths. 12, 9, number 7 was 3rd, 5 lengths, 30 lengths. Would the tractor driver please report to the top field? The 5th race, the 5-year-old and up Mare's Maiden, sponsored by Greenview.ie. There are 8 runners. Runners and riders: 1 Mr. M.J. O'Connor, number 6 Mr. P.A. King,